The views expressed by the hosts are their own and don't necessarily reflect the views of Caswells Shooting Range, even though one of the hosts is an owner of Caswells. And now, overlooking Phoenix and live from the Double Wide Network Towers, it's Caswells Shooting Show. Caswells Shooting Range is Arizona's premier indoor and air-conditioned shooting range, plus the ultimate source for using and owning guns. And now, with an eye always on safety, it's time to pull the trigger with your hosts of Caswells Shooting Show, a couple of loose cannons, Paul Abella and Carol Ann Bergeson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Hello.
Phoenix, Arizona, and everyone else. And all the people who've chopped up on the motorway, although apparently I can't drive.
Well, you can drive. It's just slow.
You mean civilized?
If that's how you define it.
So
Is
what-
driving supposed to be civilized?
No.
Only when I'm doing it. Well, what time did we leave Mesa to come here today? Go on, have a guess.
Let me see. 3:25. 3:35.
Close.
3:40.
There we go. That's it.
I still would have made it here on time.
It's 4:05. We got a little bit of a late start. I can't get involved in this conversation anymore because the minute we tried starting the show, so for anybody who's listening live, you may have heard the intro play twice. That's because as soon as I got done making fun of Paul, telling him we drive on the right-hand side of the road, my headphones died briefly, so that's karma.
Absolutely. Oh,
It
gosh.
totally is.
Good idea.
It's Friday.
It's
Thank
5
goodness.
o'clock and it's Cracker Jack. Nobody remembers that, do they?
No.
Cracker
that's a
Jacks?
British-
I remember Cracker Jacks. The
That's
candy?
That's a British thing. It was a program on Fridays at 5 o'clock, 5:05. And they give
What was it about?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Oh, it was good programming then.
No, they played games. You won pencils and stuff. It was really weird. I was young. What can I say?
You
I-
won pencils
Pencils.
for playing games
Yes.
on television?
Yeah.
They still make pencils?
Apparently so. We don't let you have them. We don't let you have them because they're pointy.
Anything can be used as a weapon, thank you.
I know. I've seen that. Yeah. Where is your brace today?
Oh, God.
It was off last week.
So I haven't worn the stupid thing in like 12 days. Because it gets in the way.
Carol Ann's doctor, I believe, is listening to this.
He probably is. I'm going to get in
Fantastic.
trouble. So I have a doctor's appointment on Monday for my broken hand, which it's been 5 weeks, right? And so I just said, screw it. I need to be able to function. So I've just been going without it. And every once in a while being like, oh, God, it hurts. Okay, moving on. So I left that stupid brace in the car, right? And it melted.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. So I tried to get it out of the car this morning because I was shifting stuff around and moving, getting the kid in, to drop him off at preschool and do all this, move stuff off the front seat. And it was stuck. It was actually stuck to the seat. And when I thought it was hung up on something, and no, the plastic had actually melted, was stuck to my Land Rover seat. And as I yanked it off the seat, one half of it is still solid and shaped the way it should, and the other half went bleh. And so now he's like, Paul asked me, what are you going to do at the doctor's office on Monday? I said, well, I got the whole weekend to hair dryer the crap out of it, heat it up and remold it to my arm and try to convince him, like, yeah, this is the way it's been.
That or come in with 2 sticks duct taped to your wrist and tell him you would not believe what happened to me.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Another bus queue of orphans saved.
Or I tried to change the trip meter while I was driving and had to turn a corner.
I did that.
The
Yeah.
steering wheel
I got-
snaps the brace.
I did that before. That came very close to it. Because I was in a 44-ton truck, and I put my hand through the steering wheel, pressed it, and then I had to let go of the steering wheel to straighten up.
Were you driving?
Yeah. Well, I say driving in the loosest possible terms.
You put your hand through the steering wheel,
With the steering on full right lock.
full right lock,
Yep.
while driving
Yep.
with a brace on.
No, just to zero the
we
counter.
just added
Okay,
the brace.
okay.
Because he just
Then-
told me that story, so I figured I would use it.
So then when you release the wheel to straighten up your 44-ton truck, it hits your arm and snags it into the stars, and you can't go anywhere at 40 miles an hour in a 44-ton truck. And now I sell guns. How cool is that? Anyway.
We need to have the mental health expert on here again, I think.
Okay, I'll call her. She's on tomorrow.
She's coming back sometime.
She
soon.
is.
Yes.
That was a great program, and I think, we were able to cover a number of popular and serious issues, but we didn't have enough time. So this week, I promised to be on better behavior.
Yeah, right.
Because, well, we had a couple of things. I was off the show for a week. Josh just had a baby, so I think we were having a lot of fun. And actually, I got grounded,
Yes,
right?
you did, yeah.
Because we were having too much fun. So I think this time, let's have a little review of what we're going to cover in the hour. Well, less than an hour now because we were late.
Well,
We can go a little bit to catch up on it.
Okay.
So, see, what you've chosen to do now is go over the most poorly planned show I've done so far, which is unfortunate. But anyway, next week.
Well, I was going to say, isn't there breaking news at caswellradio.com for next week?
Yes.
Not
yes.
to undercut the current guest
There
today,
is.
but
Yes.
there is breaking news, right?
There is.
In the next few weeks, we've got some real cracking guests coming up. Next week, we've got Paul
Babu.
Thank you. I can never say the name.
And what county is he with?
Don't do this to me.
What county is he with, Paul?
Can't say.
Pine Owl.
What county is he with, Paul?
Pine Owl.
When you find it on a map, let me know.
That's it. I found it. I know where it.
He's
know,
he's
I know where my
coming
point-
from Pine Owl.
yes.
Sister county is Pine Sol.
Well,
mean,
it's better than the
It's better than the
than the
alternative.
previous. What county is he with? Penal.
Yeah.
Make sure that you say that when you're in prison.
I'm going to be in so much trouble so often.
I hope he has a really
I live
good
in
sense of humor.
Penal County.
It's not a sense of humour I'll lead in if I go to prison. I'm far too pretty.
So anyway, he's coming in, right?
He's coming in.
Yes,
Yep.
this is very exciting
Yes,
for
absolutely.
us. We're huge supporters of Sheriff Babu and the things that he does and the programs that he's implemented and executed very successfully. So we're really excited to have him on the show next week.
So we've got him in. We've got the head of the school district in Maricopa. I haven't got his name with me today, unfortunately, but I've got them coming in. We've got some people for Guntoberfest in a couple of weeks. We've got some great guests today. We've got Sandy and Tom today from Offhand Gear and Bulletsafe, Bulletproof Vests. So we've got a load of great guests coming up. What I've been trying to do recently, I've been trying to get some people who aren't necessarily into guns. So there was the woman who tried to get kids banned from shooting full autos. I've challenged her to come on and put her case. I've challenged a couple of Democrats to come on. Nothing back so far.
We have
Stunningly.
a number of other politicians though that have agreed to also be on the show outside of Paul Babu, which is let's see, I think we have Matt Salmon lined up.
Possibly, yeah. We've got Matt Salmon, Andy Tobin, I believe.
Andy Tobin.
We've got a few lined up so far.
Christine Jones, I think we're going to
Yeah.
try and get on here, even though she wasn't successful in her campaign. You know, she is a gun supporter, so we'd like to talk to her a little bit about some of the things. And she's kind of an outsider. She's just new to Arizona. Had her own money, I think. So. And she had actually said to me, "It's amazing what you can do when there's not a lot of strings attached to your purse." Right. So we thought that was was pretty.
Well, she's been down to the range as well. We've met
Yep.
her. That's been good. So we're finding our feet with this now, and more guests are wanting to come on, which is nice. I'm going to try and talk to Sheriff Joe, see if I can get him on as well. Whether I will or not, you never know. Doug Ducey is a possibility as well.
Oh yeah.
But we're
Doug
going
Ducey
to
as
try
well.
for some. I'm trying to get some people on who are going to put a counter view as well, who are willing to actually put their case to someone who can argue back, as opposed to just putting press statements out all the time, because that's what they seem to be happy to do.
We're going to
like
do
that idea.
Yeah, it should create a lot of really healthy banter back and forth and a lot of dialogue, which will be great. Some rebuttals, which will
Absolutely.
be really nice.
I mean, we're not after just ripping someone apart.
No, gosh, no.
We just want to put a counter argument. We want to explore their argument more than anything else.
No judgment. This is an open forum. Obviously we have our own opinions, but that's not necessarily what's accepted, all over the place. And that we very much value other people's opinion and the work that they're doing, the effort that they put forth. So we're also going to do a law and legal show.
Yep.
We've got a couple of attorneys lined up, and actually our business partner, Bridger, who was on a couple of shows ago, has a great relationship with Tim Forshee, so we're hoping that he's going to be on. Is it Christine from last week?
Yes.
Yes.
Christine,
Yeah, she gave me the name and number of the attorney that she was going to have on, who's a really great gun supporter as well. So we'll have we have a number of things lined up, and then some other fun stuff like the show before Guntoberfest, which is our huge annual sale, which we're doing a little bit different this year. But the show right before that on the 24th is going to be a little more lighthearted and not so serious. Yes, Josh is raising his hand.
I have two questions. I didn't want to interrupt her. She was on a roll. Two questions. One very important one. You guys put this out on the landing page for Caswells,
yes,
which everybody's got to go check out because there's so much on there, and the new blog with links to your show guests today.
Yep.
If you click on the blog, just like every week, you guys have this is what's happening on the show this week. The images are there for your guests today. Their links are live. You can go and check out their websites as well. But I saw in the breaking news that you guys put that listeners can email questions in for the up-and-coming guests that you guys have to keep it more interactive.
Sure, absolutely.
If anybody wants to, especially with Paul Babu.
Babu,
thank you. Paul, I'm very sorry. I'm really bad at this. Anyway.
I think he's going to like you.
I hope
do.
so, because I don't want to go to prison.
He's a really excellent individual.
Well, that's good, because I need my next green card.
I just had to write his support letter.
Are you serious?
No, serious, yeah.
You're not going to get citizenship?
Yeah, I've only been here 2 years.
But they're checking. They're checking to make sure that he and Grace have an actual sincere and real relationship.
The first thing he did when he came to the U.S. is go to the Southwest and buy a gun. You can't get more red-blooded American than that.
Yeah, I know. They don't care about that stuff. They there's a lot of that goes around with folks that just have like the mail order bride thing, right?
Yeah.
So this would be in reverse.
The whole immigration thing is a great subject we'll talk to Paul about in a couple of weeks. It's cost me, I think, £10,000 and 3 years just to get here and spend the last 2 years here.
Yeah.
It's now going to cost me another couple.
Are you going to convert that pounds into US dollars, by the way?
About 1.5. So
okay.
It's about $15,000, and the next lot will cost me about $3,500. Now,
wow.
And that's just to be here for 2 years legally. That's just to do it all legal and above. Well, we've got nothing to hide.
Oh, believe me, I could get into a big conversation with you about it too, but that's another show.
No, we'll do another show when Paul's in. We'll do it that week.
Second question.
Yes.
Because I know a lot of people who haven't had a chance to look up the internet yet, or they said they were going to get an email and never got copied in an email about what the heck is Guntoberfest.
That's the biggest thing that Caswells do all year.
Well, that and our holiday sale.
Well, that and holiday sale and the Valentine's Day sale.
Oh, yeah, the Valentine's Day sale was a new thing.
Yeah, that was
It
good.
was really great because we had Paul was able to acquire a photographer, like an event photographer. We used her during the holidays, and we did a kickoff for Valentine's Day, which is typically, even let me preface that with, even though we get a lot of husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, date night type of stuff, Valentine's Day is primarily for the women, right? And most women will not say, oh, I want to go to the shooting range, for Valentine's Day. And so we wanted to preempt that and see if it would work. We had this photographer, and so you could do all kinds of sexy lingerie, naked, whatever, Valentine's Day shots with guns, and it was all private. We did it at the range, but it was all private.
Yeah, that face you've got on now, Josh. Yes,
because it was your idea, right?
Might have been.
It was Paul's idea. Yep.
Were you the first one to participate?
I was actually going to do it. But the photographer didn't want to do that.
That's awesome.
But it went great. We actually had we did it on scheduled it for ladies' nights on Tuesdays and Fridays, and so people could sign up. They could schedule appointments, or they could do walk-ins right there. We had couples do it. We had individuals do it, and so this was hey, you want to get something for your sweetie for Valentine's Day? Here's something different that you can do. And so a lot of women participated, and this was a lot of fun. It was really, really, and very well received.
And going back to Guntoberfest, we're moving away a little bit from what we've done in the past, and it's more of a family. It's going to be a family event. So we've got, I know we've got Oakley coming at the moment. We've got the guys that we're going to speak to in a little while. They're all coming with the clothing and what have you. We're trying for a bouncy castle. We'll
probably have a rock wall and all these types of things. So the radio station, would be great to have down there. We've done some of that
gun
stuff.
twirlers.
Gun twirlers.
I think I know one.
Do you?
Yes,
I do.
Fantastic.
I think I know one.
Excellent. I'll see what we can. If you give me his
I
number,
think he may need a little bit of bluing done, but he knows how to do it.
I need a little bit of what?
Bluing.
Gun bluing.
Bluing.
Yeah, if there's any bluing laying around the shop.
I really wonder where that was going from.
We could absolutely help you with that.
It's been a while for the guy. So,
okay.
And what day is this? Is it a multi-day event? Is it a one-day event?
The main event is actually Saturday, October 25th.
Okay.
And we'll have the sale for throughout the store the whole weekend, Friday through Monday. But the actual main event where we do lunch for everybody, we do a barbecue, and everybody gets food with the purchase of anything, right? You could get a 50-cent sticker, and we'll do main lunch and everything, and then we'll have an auto raffle for prizes. We have a fairly extensive raffle table. I'm hoping that the gentleman that does the custom earplugs is going to be there as well. Precision Sports.
Do they do the ones that activate when the shot is fired and then deactivate? You know which ones I'm talking about?
Yes,
I can't remember the brand name.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But I know what you mean.
Okay.
We've tried to get hold of them before.
Mm-hmm.
Just not been able to so far.
You guys, are you raffling off a chance to win firearms or giveaways for ammo or anything like that?
Well, we're currently running a raffle to win a SIG Mosquito.
Okay.
$1 a ticket. $1 a ticket.
Yeah.
We're going to draw it on Guntoberfest.
You can't beat that. Have you guys put out an invite yet on Facebook or anything? Can anybody join it?
That's in next week's program.
Okay.
My next week's program. So
that's awesome.
That'll be appearing Monday or Tuesday through Facebook. It's gone out on the newsletter already. So it goes out we went out about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, we have
we're there.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
PR man.
Guntoberfest is a lot of fun because, the weekend before, there's a lot of municipalities that do their traditional Oktoberfest, and we didn't want to compete with any of that. So our Guntoberfest is just really a celebration of, guns, and we'll run a big sale and having people come in, and so that we can talk to our customers and they can participate in fun games and prizes and all this kind of stuff. But prior to that, tomorrow we have a huge event happening, which is the Choir Boys run, and they're doing their poker tournament.
Yep.
Well, the poker ride.
Poker run. Yeah, we trialled it last week. We had it a little last week on the show. We're expecting somewhere between 300 and 500 bikes through the course of the day, through the course of the morning anyway.
I also heard something about a raffle about a Tommy gun. Did I hear that?
Yeah, that's for the Choir Boys. Basically, the Choir Boys, they're starting over in a bike dealership in...
It's Chandler, isn't it? At Harley-Davidson Chandler?
I
think they said the route was there. Doesn't it start in AJ?
Superstition.
Oh,
I think.
Superstition.
It starts
That's
at
right.
Superstition, yeah.
And then it comes through us, then it goes somewhere else, then they end up in Fort McDowell in the casino. And anybody wants to go along to that, feel free. I think it's $10 to take part in the ride if you want to do the whole ride. But if you go to the Caswells Facebook site, we'll link to it as well. So if you want to have a look there, feel free. There are still tickets available for the Tommy gun, for the 1911, for the SIG 2022, and they've got a 6-shooter as well, Colt 6-shooter replica, which is really nice. That came into us yesterday.
Look at that.
And all of the proceeds for the Choir Boys, just like any one of the charities that we align ourselves with, all the proceeds go to the families of fallen officers. That's the whole point of doing this. We have a couple of guys that work for us that are with the Usual Suspects, and they're a motorcycle club, but it's all, retired officers, and it's all volunteer. None of them get paid, so 100% of the proceeds go to the families and the victims of all of the fallen brethren. And they do an amazing job. They do an amazing amount of support. I couldn't be more proud to be a part of, to be able to give to something like that. They do a really good job.
And it's nice as well. They're one of we've tried to do charity work since I've been doing what I'm doing for Caswells, and not all. You'd be surprised how many charities aren't interested in being involved with anything to do with guns.
Yeah,
we literally have to. We had people turn down money. Got literally turned down.
The Breast Cancer Foundation was one of them that I was really surprised at, because we did shooting for boobies.
Yeah,
we did.
Wonder who came up with that name.
It was so fun.
I couldn't possibly imagine who came up with that.
Funny that, isn't it?
I specifically set up the program so that any shooter that came in for the entire week, we donated $5 out of their range fee to directly go right to the Breast Cancer Foundation. So when we were setting this up, they said...
well, bear in mind that this is when I'd already set it up, done the paperwork, went all the way through it, got the emblems and all the stuff we could use on the
marketing
stuff,
promos,
marketing promos and stuff. They phoned us up, said you can't use it. Not interested. Not going to be.
We don't want to be associated with you.
We'll take your money,
but we're not going to support you on our website. We're not going to tell anybody about this event. We're not going to help you. And
that was several charities, and it's annoying. We love helping people. We've donated. Caswells has donated. By the end of this year, we'll have donated thick under $10,000.
It's not a lot. It's not money that we can't just throw money around, like the industry has changed completely. It's not like 2012 where, sales are through the roof every day of the week. It's not like that. We operate lean and mean. And so I really have to make an effort to carve out dollars and to run special events to donate money to charity. But it's something that we really want to be a part of as part of our Caswells outreach program for the community.
It sounds like it's a perfect fit, though. It's not that they don't want to participate. It's a touchy subject. Firearms all over the world. And, this is kind of why you guys started the show. Just like the title says, with one eye on safety, and you guys are always educating everybody.
Yes.
But I can understand why, from their perspective, they would love to get the financial dollars donated, but it's still a risk for them to be associated because a lot of people will go, well, are you this, that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But that goes hand in hand with what you guys are doing with this show.
Correct.
But then there's a scout troop.
That's a good point.
Yeah, there's a scout spokesman I've been speaking to recently, which I haven't told you about yet, which they want me to go and do a talk to their scouting parents who are interested in doing the NSSF.
NSSF.
Thank you, classes. And family safety stuff. And they're interested in doing a big promotion with them. I'll go down there and talk to the parents, and then they'll get the kids involved and bring a big lump of kids down to the range to get involved in the classes.
Oh, this is the Boy Scouts thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did talk about it.
Yeah, that's moved on a bit further now.
Perfect.
I'm going to go and see them at the end of the month.
That's great.
We'll talk about that later.
That's great. Well,
Yeah.
so we have a lot of new stuff. He and I are trying not to work independently, but we're both trusting the other is doing everything in the best interest of the range. And so I had a really nice meeting before we left that I didn't get to tell you about with JR, who's our lead instructor. And I've tasked him with coming up with a couple of things because we don't have a lot of interest in our current curriculum. We get a lot of interest in the, very beginning classes, like 100 and 200 level, introduction, fundamental shooting skills, that kind of stuff across the 3 disciplines, whether it's handgun, rifle, or shotgun. So we wanted to introduce a couple of new things, and you'll be really pleased about this. We were thinking about, and he's put together the potential for an incredible program for cowboy shooting match. Right?
We got to talk.
Right?
We really got to talk.
I knew you were going to be happy about this.
We really got to talk.
So, and it's not something that I'm willing to do and roll it out piecemeal and see how it goes. We're not going to do this half-assed. This is an incredible opportunity for a market segment that is enormous, that has a lot of depth to it that I don't really know anything about, because our theme, if you will, always has been, probably always will be going into the future, is personal defense. So we don't tackle the hunting, fishing, gaming. We don't tackle cowboy shooting and stuff, but we wanted to kind of touch on it and offer something new to customers to come in. That's a lot of fun. And JR came up with a great idea about doing the cowboy match. And so I'm, rapidly trying to hack away at my learning curve and learn some more about this stuff. And I thought, if you were interested, that you might be able to help us with this stuff.
Just tell me when and where.
We're there.
There's a great transition that I think for everybody, and I know you keep looking at the clock, Paul. I know we got to go to break in a minute.
No, I'm fine.
But there's a great transition. It's called SAS, Single Action Shooter Society.
Yeah.
You can become a member or not. There's a lot of great people that I'm friends with on Facebook that I've, just like Facebook, never met, have met. But there's a section of shooting that I think they still do. Unfortunately, it's been a while. Like I keep saying, it's been a while since I've been involved with it. There's a section of shooting called the Wild Bunch Shoot. That's
what he mentioned, that there's different segments, and he specifically mentioned Wild Bunch because it's 1911s and pump shotguns.
It's very similar. It's if you've ever seen the movie The Wild Bunch, it's pretty much ripped off of that. They are shooting the 19s. They are shooting the pump action shotguns. And if you guys ever get curious, look up the videos. There's a lot of speed, and there are a lot of guys who also shoot competitively. When you do a shoot with cowboy action, you're doing 2 6-guns, you're doing a breech 2-shot, so side-by-side shotgun, never over-under, and then you're also doing a lever action. Now, a lot of these guys will shoot 357, 454, 40, but there's this kid that will take 2 6-guns and get off 12 rounds quicker than somebody shooting a 92 FS.
I think I've seen that video. He's like 12 years old or something.
He's 12 years old. He's a world champion. And then there's another guy. He's going to be so happy when I tell him I name dropped him on the show today. His shooting name is Colt Farrell.
Okay.
His son is wicked fast. I mean, if you were to put me off against him,
wicked fast.
I know.
That's awesome.
He is amazingly fast, and there are a lot of people that do it. I know there's a big market in Illinois. When I was out there doing stunt work, there was a kid. He was the son of a cop, and he always talked about coming to Ben Avery to compete in the world championship. And I kept teasing him, "You're 19. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. He came out and he competed. They're so big, even in Illinois of all places.
Wow.
So there's a lot to be said about it. I can see, I'm very interested in where your instructor would want to go with personal defense, because there's a lot of things that people do. I mean, it's single action. Who's going to think the quick draw unless it's a double?
And there's rules, right?
Yes.
You have to. The rules is what I'm educating myself about right now. You know, like you have to have a hat, but it can't be a baseball hat.
Yeah.
It has to be some kind of like a straw hat or a 10-gallon hat or something.
They dress, period.
Right? And
Period.
then the first match, they'll let you get away with a couple of things as you get into it,
Yes.
but no rubber-soled shoes. The
No.
shoes have to be leather. There's a lot of requirements. I had no idea, the depth of detail that goes along with the stuff in the requirements. So I'm really excited to be able to learn this and be able to present it out to our customer base.
And it's really not something that you'd expect, because you think Westerns and you think drop holster. There's none of that. It's period correct.
Yep.
And then when you get into the world of fast draw, that's the stuff that I love. That's where the rules get a little bit flexible. You can wear blue jeans. It's got to be a cowboy hat. They actually have, because guys are so fast, and they don't use live ammo anymore, because you actually take your gun apart, and most guys, for the extra speed, they'll have custom-made hammers that'll actually curl out so you can fan it, and you don't see it. Aluminum barrel, aluminum cylinder. And you're actually using 45 long Colt cartridges with a shotgun primer and a wax round. You're at 15 feet, and you have to wait for a light. Some of these holsters curve the front, so it's not down the side of your hip.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And they actually have a piece of metal that curves out over the downside of the holster, because some guys are so fast, they'll fire it in the holster.
Wow.
And the speed that comes off of these things, the accuracy, the people that get into it, I could keep going on, but it's been the world that I've been in for years. So
It's very exciting.
The fact that you guys are willing to put yourselves out there and incorporate that market and take a look and see what's going on, I think it's a very exciting thing, not only because I like it and I'm passionate about it, but I'm very intrigued. I'm really curious as to where your instructor wants to go.
Well, it's got a lot more legs than that. Because of where we were looking with the Snowbirds Canadians, that's a big market.
Well,
it is.
With UK as well.
Extremely.
And we
huge.
very much want to do it justice.
If we do it, we do it properly.
I need to go to a couple of matches and take a look at things and investigate the rest of the rules and, what's required. We need to educate our staff on this. So it might be a little while that we can kick it off, maybe a couple months. But I want to make sure that we're doing it right. I don't want to offend anybody. I definitely don't, because we didn't do it correctly. I don't want a bunch of folks that would shoot out at Rio and drive all the way to Ben Avery to participate in one of these matches. And it's closer to come to us. We offer something like this, and then we do it wrong, or we don't pay it enough respect, the credence that it deserves, and they'll never come back. I know they won't. So we very much want to do this the right way. And so it would be great to have your participation and your input and opinion and everything. That'd be wonderful.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely.
We'll do
All you had to do was ask.
We'll do lunch.
You or Paul. It doesn't matter.
Thank you, Josh.
We'll do
Thank you.
lunch. Can I have a company lunch?
Yes, we could do that.
Company lunch.
Sure.
That works for me. How much is steak these days?
Yeah. I'm going to need my husband's Amex, I think.
Anything for a tax write-off, right?
Right, yeah.
Works for me.
What about the Capitol Grill?
A what?
What about you've never...
Who? What?
The Capitol Grill.
Oh, I love that
We should take a
place.
break and I'll let your mouth salivate so it's not on the mic.
Is it cow?
Yes.
Oh, is it lovely? Is it tasty cow?
Oh, yeah.
I love
Any
it.
way you want.
I love cow.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the place across the street I was telling you about that does the martinis with the dry ice in it. Yeah, super
Now I'm
fun.
thirsty. We need a break, dude.
Yeah, we do. Did you bring beer, Josh? Did you bring beer?
I'm driving. I can't drink and drive. But you can.
You didn't see me drive.
Oh, God. Please
Give her your
just,
keys.
yes.
Give her your keys. Give her your keys. That's what we're going to do.
Grace,
Give her
I'm
your
sorry.
keys.
I'm sorry. Dilly is going to be abused horribly.
No, she isn't. Dilly is the name of the car.
What is the name of the car?
Dilly.
Dilly?
Yeah. That's
Dilly.
Grace, that's Grace for you. Yeah.
Did I mention he drives a Ford? I won't say what, but he drives a Ford.
No, we're
That's
in Grace's car today, so that's
Oh.
the car's name is Dilly.
No wonder he drove so slow. He can't scratch it.
Absolutely. See, the truck, it don't matter. You can hit stuff and bounces off. That's no. It's a girly car. That's why Grace got it.
No, you didn't. No, you did. That's
It's
it.
a
I'm rolling to a
good-
break anyway. It's happening. It's fighting
It's not
me.
happening. What's going on here?
It is happening.
Let's be back in a minute.
County Road 233. under my feet. Nothing on this white rock but a little old me. I got 2 miles till he makes Bill.
Caswells, Mesa's premier air-conditioned indoor shooting range, has the largest selection of firearms and accessories in the East Valley. Highly trained, friendly staff instruct classes for any level, women and beginners included. Visit Caswells.com or come in just off US 60 in Stapley.
I'll never forget
that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
My first call-up ever as a member of the National Guard.
When we got to the armory, they briefed us on the wildfires. They were getting dangerously close to homes.
Helicopters were going out to drop water on the fires.
Guys in the unit were preparing for firefighting with local fire crews.
At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona National Guard.
You're listening to the Double Wide Network, where you can host your own radio show. If you're looking for a way to get out your message, welcome to the future. Dave Pratt's Double Wide Network offers you the opportunity to use our state-of-the-art studio to create your very own radio show. Our experienced and helpful production staff will help you every step of the way. Our free mobile app allows your listeners to take your show with them and play it live or on demand. Even if you're not in Arizona, we've got you covered with Skype technology so you can broadcast from anywhere in the world. Whether you're in it to grow your business, make a statement, deliver a message, or just have fun hosting your own show, the Double Wide Network can make it happen. The Double Wide Network always has your show ready to go. For more information, just visit us at doublewidenetwork.com.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
Several of us were working to rescue a family.
The house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out.
We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Turn on the light,
and we're back.
Hello.
Hello. You know, I was told that I sound like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Kind of.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I was about to. What ran through my mind as I was about to explain that when Jamie pokes you, that doesn't not going to sound right.
No, it's not. But it sounds good.
It's when you do the ooh. Yeah,
I
right.
can see you.
Mm-hmm. She thinks it sounds like the Pillsbury Doughboy when he gets tickled in the belly or poked in the belly button. He goes.
That's that little thing that's on the TV advert going through the airport, isn't it?
That's the Michelin guy.
No, the little one. The little thing, and they poke him and he goes, yeah, because he... I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no
that's
idea
him.
what you're talking about. Is that the
him.
Pillsbury
Yeah.
Doughboy?
He really annoys me. I don't know why.
Really?
I've no idea why. Just really,
Do you want
really
to? Do you want to like set up a target of him and shoot at the end of the range?
Oh my
The
god!
target?
Do you
What,
know
Make it
what?
explode?
I want to
That's what
do that
Stan
with
did.
the stupid football robot. That thing is so dumb.
Which,
I hate that
I
robot.
don't even know what that. I know what that
So
is.
you really do? You want to shoot a target? The Pillsbury Doughboy? You want to blow it up?
I want to stamp on him.
That's
I want
awesome.
to cook him. And
Do you guys know my
butter.
last name?
Pillsbury.
Yep.
Is it really? Shut up.
No, I'm dead serious. I have now broke Caroline.
Does that mean you're worth a lot of money? Sir?
No,
Sir.
I'm not that part of the family.
Oh, you're not?
No,
oh,
no.
okay.
We're the kind that turned into politicians and lawyers and started prohibition in the back east.
Started prohibition.
Yeah,
I don't
the
like you already.
people no one like.
Yeah, no, I don't like you. Starting prohibition. And how did that go for you?
Exactly. My point in case. That's why we're not the rich ones.
Gosh.
Yeah, started prohibition.
Damn it! We should have gone into baking.
Baking. That's where buns. That's where the money is.
We do date back to William Wallace, though.
You really?
Yeah, so I shouldn't like you, but I do.
Yeah, but my dad was Maltese.
Okay, we're good.
There you go.
That's nice.
Mum was from South London. Yeah, what can I say? And
Me
I'm
mum.
And I'm from Alabama. Do I have to do my dog impression?
All I heard was Alabama
Please
in the
don't.
middle of that.
Please don't do
All I
that.
heard
What,
was-
my dog impression?
You can't because you have a guest on the line.
Really? Can I do
Don't ever do that
it?
again.
Not ever.
Ever.
I might do it at the very end of the show.
It's terrible.
I like it. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Hello.
Great, Paul. How are you?
Fantastic. It's great to have you on. Thanks for coming on with us.
You're very welcome.
You've saved me. Caroline was being nasty to me about my impressions about dogs and stuff. It's really very
He
strange.
tries to do a Southwest accent. It's awful.
It's good. I like it. But anyway, there you go.
Please introduce our guest.
So online we have Tom Nardone. How do you pronounce your second name, Tom? I'm sorry.
You got it right, Nardone.
Tom Nardone from Bulletsafe Bulletproof Vests.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Again.
So you came and saw us a little while ago with some of your great little range of bulletproof vests, and what struck us, me and Chris, when we spoke to you, was that you didn't, with your vests on, you don't look like you're going off to do battle in Fallujah. They're more subtle.
Yeah, they're originally designed for security guards. So they, for the listeners who haven't seen them yet, they look like a bulletproof vest. Nothing too fancy, just a nice standard bulletproof vest that has a couple features that we think a lot of people will like. And the pricing's really great.
Can you elaborate on some of those features? Like, let's talk about the material that the vest is made out of, and do you put ceramic plates in it, or do you have different varieties and options that you can do, and is it meant to be worn underneath like a button-up shirt, or is it give us some of the features that customers can relate to the benefits for.
Sure. Well, first thing is what protection level it is. It's a level 3A, which means it will stop a 44 Magnum or a 357 SIG. That's usually the highest level you'll see in soft armor. So, and our vest offers that protection level for the $299 price.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It has a large coverage area. It's made out of two panels. So one panel covers, sort of your front and your obliques, and then the back, and then there's a panel that covers your back as well. It's made out of high density, high modulus polyethylene, which a lot of bulletproof vests are made out of. A lot of the ones that are usually in like $650 to $800 price range are made out of the same materials. Our casing has pockets in the front and rear that you can put rifle plates in if you want to protect yourself against rifle rounds as well.
Nice.
And we make a ceramic rifle plate that fits in those pockets. So the vest, for $299, you get a really nice vest that will protect you against handgun violence, which a lot of police officers and security guards will see. And then it has the capability to easily upgrade to where it would protect rifle rounds. So if you're prepping for the apocalypse or if you go hunting a lot, that's an option that a lot of people want.
If the zombies are coming, for example.
Yeah. So how much does it weigh?
Sure. Depending on the size, but it weighs roughly 6 pounds. An extra large is 6 pounds, and smaller sizes are lighter than that. So it's quite lightweight and flexible.
Fantastic.
It's a very nice looking vest. When he came down and saw me and Chris, it's you can put it under a largish shirt, and you wouldn't necessarily know you had one on. Is it stab proof as well, Tom, or is it just bulletproof, or is it stab proof as well?
No, it doesn't have a stab rating, but it has there's stab resistance in any bulletproof vest. But the most important rating that it has is that NIJ level 3A, so it will stop handgun rounds up to a 44 Magnum.
It's impressive.
Very nice. And we're working on something with Tom at the moment. We're hoping to get some vests for Guntoberfest, and we're hoping to have one that we can actually shoot at.
We're going to send one out, and you guys are going to let your customer shoot it.
Yes, we are.
Oh, my God.
There you go.
Thank
cool
you.
Is that?
Thank you very much.
How cool is that?
Oh, my God. We need to get one of those dummy mannequin things that bleed.
Oh, I know. I so know. Believe me. I wanted to get, you know what I wanted to get. We can't say that.
We're going to create a huge mess on the range. It's going to be great. And customers will get to demo the vest. What a great opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. We really like to put it in front of people. The proof is in the pudding when you make bulletproof vests.
We really like to put it in front of people.
That was very well. I like that.
Nice.
Sorry. There's a million puns in the bulletproof vest business.
we want them all. We don't mind puns. We're quite happy with puns. That's talent to us.
Well, that's great that you'll be able to offer us this opportunity so people will be able to see your product, and our staff is going to be our biggest critiquers. And we have a bunch of military guys that work for us that had to wear these things for a living, our law enforcement, and so we'll get some great feedback for you as well.
Yeah, hopefully you guys we'll have to talk about some way that you maybe allow each person one shot so as many people as possible can put a round into it. I think that would make it the most fun rather than just have one guy go out there and spend 50 rounds at it.
Oh, absolutely.
So hopefully you'll get a lot of people to have a chance at as shooting it.
That's the plan. We hope to have lots and lots of different people shoot it and get the experience of actually shooting at something that shape that you can then prove the bullet doesn't actually go through it.
So, do you have a suggestion? I mean, if you guys have done testing and stuff like this, if we wanted to, now I'm just thinking, if we wanted to allow the customer to take something home with them, to say that they shot at it, maybe we could do a photo or something like that. But have you guys ever done anything where you tried putting a paper or something behind the vest that we might be able to give to somebody as a token?
Well, after the whole thing's over, you'll probably be able to dig the slugs out of it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the point.
That's a good idea.
They're really cool looking, all mushroomed out.
Sure.
So. Cool. So we could do that. We send them on.
Yeah, you might not end up with a slug for every person because sometimes the slug after hits and breaks the, one slug will hit the one in front of it.
Yeah.
But there'll be a lot of cool slugs when you're done, that's for sure.
All right, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And then photos. Everybody loves the old selfie.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A selfie in a bulletproof vest. That's
one thing we've always found is people like to wear the vest after it has a bunch of bullets in it and pretend they're being shot or something.
That's a great idea.
No, we can do that.
That's
absolutely.
a great idea.
Yeah, we can certainly do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We can have breaks in the... Yeah, anyway, we'll discuss that later.
Okay,
that works.
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Stay on the line for a minute, Tom. We're going to bring on our other guest, and then we'll come back to you in a second. We'll have a nice little...
Sure.
We have another clothing... This is a real tenuous link, I know, because a bulletproof vest is clothing, and now we have Offhand gear.
Oh, wonderful.
How cool was that? Isn't that the coolest segue in the world?
No, but good job.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Sandy.
Hello.
How you doing? Did you like my segue?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Sandy. How are you?
Good. How are you, Carolyn?
Wonderful. Thank you very much. And so tell us a little bit about, for the listeners, what it is that you do and the product that you offer and some of your fun and neat things that you have coming up in the future.
Well, Offhand gear, kind of the tagline for it is designed by a woman shooter for women shooters. So the products that I create are definitely more women-driven. But, I get lots of emails from men, too, going, hey, quit calling this the girl bag because I like it, too, and I carry it. So a lot of guys like it, too. But when I'm designing products, I am designing specifically with us ladies in mind, our shape, our body, our needs.
I have to say, Sandy, some of the stuff that you produced that I've seen has been so cool. Some of the funniest things I've seen, like plays on words and what have you. So funny.
We love your clothing line and your products.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
That's where it all started, was the T-shirts, and Norb, the No Ordinary Range bag. That's kind of the big item because it was so different from anything else that's ever been on the market. The T-shirts are fun, and I love them, and that's kind of where my heart is. I mean, I have tons more that I want to put out. But, the products that we ladies would like to see, because, a lot of the manufacturers, they're throwing pink camo at items and calling it their ladies line.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But they were originally designed for men. And, our bodies are a different shape, and we carry weight differently, and, all those things I'm taking into account when I'm coming out with a product.
Which is fantastic. So I don't know if any of you ladies out there listening have ever worn any of 5'11" pants before they came out with the women's size.
Yes.
So the crotch would hang a good 4 inches below where my actual crotch is.
And not sit on your hips.
Correct. And so it'd be high waisted underneath the boobs with a lot of room for a concealed weapon, in the warm, moist area that you don't want to conceal things. And well, maybe you do, but I don't like it. My gun rusty. Anyway, so it's really difficult for us for women, I say us, but for women to find something that not only is super cute, but also is practical and that, we can actually wear out in public. There's a lot of bra holsters, corsets, purses, all these things that say, where it's geared towards women, but it doesn't actually prove to be effective.
Right. And your stuff, Sandy, I just love your plays on words. Whoever does that is very, very clever.
Oh, they're all out of my twisted head.
Oh,
nice.
Really? I love meeting other twisted people. It's fantastic. I'm just wondering, Tom, I've still got Tom on the line, haven't I?
Pardon me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hello,
Hi.
Tom. Just out of interest, Tom, is it possible to customise a vest? So different colours, whatever.
So a lot of companies do that, but my company, Bulletsafe, our focus is on getting a vest to market as inexpensively as possible, because our customers don't want to spend $1,000.
Okay.
So we're just stacking them deep and selling them cheap, kind of like the Model T Ford of bulletproof vests.
Nice.
Works for me.
Yeah. But there are a lot of companies, all the Second Chances of the world and the GH Armor Systems, and they'll make anything you want, especially for the police market. They like a lot of custom work. They all use different guns and different things in their kit. So
yeah.
a lot of that is custom.
I was thinking, is there a market for vest design for women? And with what Sandy does, I know you haven't seen what Offhand Gear do, but they make very, very unique items of clothing, and whether there would be some kind of crossover that could possibly happen with that.
Yeah, there's definitely there's a whole segment of the industry for female vests. My company is, we try to stick to what we do, which is not that, unfortunately, because it does sound like, the other guest is a lot of fun, but and I'm feeling so boring right now next to her. But I think the reason why she's doing so well and these other companies are doing so poorly is there really are only a couple of shapes of guys, but women are so varied and so fabulously shaped that there's a lot more work to be done. And these other companies are doing a good job. So like she said, 511 is just, or making things in pink camo does not make a woman's product.
Oh, no. I love the pink range bags. Just make it pink and it must therefore be a woman's range bag. It just amazes me. It stuns me. So I believe you're coming to the Guntoberfest, aren't you, Sandy?
I plan to. You know what? It's a great event. I was there 2 years ago. I wasn't there last year, but I was there 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent.
It's a fun event for us to have as well. It's a kind of a mid-year. Well, it's really, I know we mentioned it's a celebration, but it's really kind of the kickoff to, thank God summer is fucking over with. And
there has to be one every show.
Going into the holiday season where it's Hallow Thanksmas, and so we've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, and Valentine's Day. Yeah. So we're very much looking forward to the Guntoberfest being the kickoff to our busy season, so to speak.
Absolutely. And I believe you've got some kind of special offer for us, have you, Sandy?
Yes, actually, at Guntoberfest. In fact, I actually have for all your listeners for the whole month here of October a coupon code to get 15% off on the Offhand gear, and awesome. It is Caswells Radio.
Awesome
the coupon code.
There you go. So
great discount.
Sorry, Tom.
Pardon?
That's a great discount.
That's awesome. So what do they do? Go to your website. Yeah. How do they redeem it?
Go to the website, which is offhandgear.com, and then at checkout, there's a spot to put in the coupon code. It's all lowercase, Caswells Radio, and 15% will just drop right off the order. It does not apply to the new handguard, but it applies to everything else, including the range bags.
Even the Norb?
Yep.
Fantastic. I'm going to buy one for Grace. Fantastic.
Thank you for that, I'm trying to get on the website right now.
And I believe we're almost certainly going to have some of Tom's vest at Guntoberfest as well. We're just working on that at the moment, so we should have some of those live in the store, ready to people to. Once they've shot one, they can buy one. Not the one they've shot, though. You understand that would be silly, but
definitely.
Yeah. So we'll have them available in the shop as well. So it's starting to shape up quite nicely for Guntoberfest.
And we definitely, Sandy, we need to speak with you a little bit more about having some additional product and anything that you want to feature for the event And
Okay.
good. So Paul's on that already.
Oh,
I'm getting
Yep.
hand gestures and miming.
You paid me for a reason.
Well, you know, one thing
Is that it?
One thing I would really like to do, but, you know, with range rules and whatnot, I don't know how it applies, is I would love to be able to give you guys a Norb to let your customers actually try out, because it has the ambidextrous zipper on the back, you know, and you can actually use it as a concealed carry bag as well as a range bag. I would love people to be able to, you know, test it basically and have a tester there for you guys. But I think it would have to be a blue gun that you have in it or something, because, you know, drawing from the bag on the range probably is not the safest thing.
I'll give you a ring next week, Sandy. We'll talk.
And
Okay.
yeah, we have plenty of blue guns that we could use for that, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
could set up a little area, especially for Guntoberfest,
Absolutely.
to demo the product and to show folks how to do that.
We'll talk
Yeah.
next. I'll talk to you next week, so we'll have a meeting. Another
Okay.
lunch. That's 2 lunches.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
You and lunch.
I love lunch.
I have a couple of questions for Tom.
Oh, please.
Sure.
When it comes to your vest, I was looking at it earlier on the website, and I know you said you're able to switch out between a handgun caliber vest and a rifle vest. Is it a technical process to switch that out? So let's say, you know, like you said earlier, someone's prepping for the apocalypse. You know they're going to ask. Is it an easy thing to swap out the inserts for the vest?
It's not really a swap out, but it is very easy. There's a pocket in the front of the vest, and it has a Velcro closure, and you lift open the Velcro flap, and you slide the plate in there. So I would call that non-technical.
That's very non-technical. I like that. And
Even I can do that.
I know. That's awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And seeing as how we're in Arizona, is it a breathable fabric? Now, obviously, you're not going to get a whole lot of breathing available wearing a vest like that. At 6 pounds, it shouldn't be too bad wear and tear on the body. But the material that holds the actual plate, is it breathable? Is it something that's all-weather?
The plate goes in the vest, and to be perfectly honest with you, there's not a lot of breathability in bulletproof vests.
Yes.
Ours is no different than anyone else's. It's hot. There's no doubt about it. It's hot to wear a bulletproof vest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have
It
one
beats
without the
dying,
other.
but it's hot.
Yeah, it does. It
It
beats
beats dying.
It beats dying.
It sure does.
Is that another pun that you have?
No, but that was like 4th place in our eventual slogan contest.
That's awesome. That's got hashtag written all
You
over
want to
it.
know what you want to know what the brilliant winner was?
Yes.
What was it?
Great bulletproof vest, unbelievable price.
Oh,
It's like
like
marketing genius over here.
I like that.
I like the other one.
I'm curious. What was second place?
I don't know. It probably stops bullets or something like that. I have no idea.
I think you picked the right one.
It beats
Yeah,
dying.
we were trying. We had some that were strange, but it just sort of came back to maybe we should tell people that it stops the bullets and doesn't cost a lot.
Well, I'm going to steal It Beats Dying. I'm going to use that.
Oh, I like that, too.
I'm
It's
unashamedly
funny.
going to steal that.
No,
That's
but
awesome.
That'll be on Facebook this
but
evening.
pricing is a huge issue for bulletproof vests. It
Yes.
is. I mean,
Security guards don't have a lot of money. They,
No.
they don't get paid a lot. They make about half of what cops make, and they don't get issued a vest. They have to buy their own.
right? And then you're looking at ones that are upwards of $600 plus, usually, and it's really spendy. It's hard to make that personal investment for a job, even though it is going to save your life at some point, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then once we introduce the lowest price one on the market, there's all these other people that would like to have a vest. People that handle cash, bail bondsmen, repo man, people with dangerous jobs, auxiliary police officers, chaplains, all sorts of people, canine officers. So then the vest is selling really well.
Good for you.
Nice.
Good for you. Well, on the just to do a short aside on the play on words thing, there was a little note going around Facebook this morning for the 3 words a shooter never wants to hear, and this is a company called Cherry Bombs, and they do product for gun oil and stuff like this. From what I understand, it's a great product. I just started following them so I can see if it's something we want to offer our customers. But they do a lot of contests and things like that as well. And they had this thing up, and it said, the 3 words that a shooter never wants to hear. Go. Right? So there was all kinds of things like Obama. There was a national gun ban. There was, I posted a bunch of them, like out of bullets, out of time. You missed it. We're closed. That type of thing. And so Paul responds to, because I tagged a bunch of people in it to see if we could win a free kit for gun oiling. And Paul responded to it with, "Here's your high point." Everybody laughs. See, like for all the listeners out there, I hope that you're laughing as well. It's not that we're gonna, put down, guns, but it is a cheaper gun that tends not to hold up to quality testing
of any kind.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. All right, here I am. Shoot the match. Here's your high point.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, Tom.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, and I'm very happy to be involved with Guntoberfest.
Absolutely. I should be in contact with you next week, and we'll speak soon.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Sandy, thank you very much. I'll be in contact with you next week.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's been a pleasure having you on here. Thank you.
Yeah, it was exciting. I mean, Caswells is my home range. I mean, I got my concealed carry permit with you guys.
Excellent. Come and see us next. I think I've met you once for about 30 seconds. So come and see me next week. We'll have lunch. That's 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Fantastic.
Sandy, thank you so much. We love your product. I can't wait to get more of your stuff in the store. I think it's fantastic, and the women really, really appreciate it. I know I do. So we'll look forward to seeing you in the next week or so.
Doesn't match my eyes.
Yes, I'll bring all the new stuff in and let you see all the new stuff.
Looking forward to it. Thank you,
Excellent.
hon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I believe we're off to a break, are we, Josh?
We can be if you really want to be. I mean, we're on such a roll.
Oh, God, no, we're on a roll, aren't we? Okay.
Well, we can go to break.
No,
we'll go to break.
You said you wanted to go. Let's break for a minute.
You said you want to go to break, so we'll go to break. We'll go to break as soon as we can. We'll go to break.
Have some fun. I'll see you when you get back, but I'll be up all night, still cleaning this gun.
Caswells, Mesa's premier air-conditioned indoor shooting range, has the largest selection of firearms and accessories in the East Valley. Highly trained, friendly staff instruct classes for any level, women and beginners included. Visit Caswells.com or come in just off US 60 in Stapley. You're listening to the Double Wide Network, where you can host your own radio show. If you're looking for a way to get out your message, welcome to the future. Dave Pratt's Double Wide Network offers you the opportunity to use our state-of-the-art studio to create your very own radio show. Our experienced and helpful production staff will help you every step of the way. Our free mobile app allows your listeners to take your show with them and play it live or on demand. Even if you're not in Arizona, we've got you covered with Skype technology, so you can broadcast from anywhere in the world. Whether you're in it to grow your business, make a statement, deliver a message, or just have fun hosting your own show, the Double Wide Network can make it happen. The Double Wide Network always has your show ready to go. For more information, just visit us at doublewidenetwork.com.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
Several of us were working to rescue a family.
The house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out.
We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Because I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
Be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Just an old double barrel 12. Stock is cracked.
And we're back. The guests have gone. It's like the end of the party when there's only Shinzano and Marlboro fags left. Cigarettes.
I'm glad he didn't call the cigarettes by the other word.
I did.
He did.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
He just
it's
did,
really
yeah.
quick. Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
No, that's good. Probably best. Anyway. So.
We're sitting on 8 minutes left in the show and you're dropping that word. I love it.
I know. But it's not. I don't even think about it.
Just think what else I could drop in 8 minutes. This could get really interesting really quickly, you know that. Your hand is hovering over the button that makes me go quiet.
I'm waiting for the word from the boss that says, drop him. Cut him off.
Oh, no, leave him. It's fine.
He still has a job, so he must be doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's not the morning
None
yet.
of them have listened to the show yet.
That should be a weekly spot on like the newsletter and Facebook.
I still have
Do
a job.
a poll at the end of each newsletter. Will Paul have a job by the next newsletter?
That's a damn fine plan. I should use that. Mind you, this news story this news story I now have may well actually seal that fate.
Which one is that?
Oh, that's this one, the self-inflicted gunshot one.
Another self-inflicted gunshot one?
Yeah, this is very good. You'll
Is this
like
from
this.
the Monday Files?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Are you calling members of my family?
Would
Are
I
you
do
really
so-
for self-inflicted
Would I
gunshot
do
wound?
such a terrible thing?
Yes, you would. Can I tell you to do it?
Oh my
But see,
goodness.
if Tom had known this man, he may have been able to help him.
Okay.
And stop what on the face of it seems to be
I don't
a really
think the
severe
vest.
injury.
I don't think the vest extends down that far.
Well, it might do.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, please go read.
Josh already knows. So, a Macon man was treated at Coliseum Northside Hospital on Thursday after he accidentally shot himself. The man was parked at the gas station.
Wait, where did he shoot himself?
I'm
Paul?
coming to that in a minute. It's more entertaining if you
Oh,
know the story
okay.
first. Poetic license. I'm British. I do poetry. Yeah, he was parked at a gas station at 9:30 p.m.
Cockney rhyming is not poetry.
All right, meow mugger. When he attempted to holster his .45. Immediately after the gun went off, he drove to a friend's house in Lake Wildwood. When he got to his friend's house, he took off his pants and saw that he'd shot himself in the penis. The bullet exited out of his buttocks. The spent round fell onto the floor. Now, Josh.
Wait.
You're a guy.
How do you
If you
not
shot yourself in the
know?
penis, right, I'm not going to say penis. If you shot yourself in the cock, right, it would hurt, wouldn't it? You'd know.
How? What caliber?
45.
45. Yep. Either the man.
45? Wait, maybe this was an Asian man and he just, cruised right by it.
I don't care what no. How do you not? Was he drunk? Did he test positive for drugs, steroids? Doesn't say.
The man's friend drove him to the hospital.
He was transferred
I
to
have-
the medical center.
I have heard of people not realizing they've been shot. I've talked to people who didn't realize they were shot.
Yep.
There's the shock, the awe. The body does great things with adrenaline, but
Sure.
There are places.
you're driving and you're sitting down and a gun goes off. Aren't you going to look down and see where it went? And obviously there's got to be some type of blood. And if it's in the crotch area on a guy, there's going to be arterial spray of some sort.
There's going to be claret everywhere. Like
Not
big
to
styly.
mention you're going to hear a big out of the bottom of the damn car because it came out of your ass into the floorboard.
Can you imagine the operations that man had in the next few weeks? His life was not going to be fun.
You
for
know
the
the
next couple of
doctor
weeks.
standing over him like, listen to this guy.
Oh, the surgeon goes home. Darling, imagine what I did today.
I sewed someone's taint back together.
Every show I find a new reason to like you. Every show.
That's awesome.
Oh, the show gets better and better and better.
You watch Sex Sent Me to the ER, don't you?
No.
I
There is
just
a
gave her new
show?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'll be finding that
It's
tonight.
on, I think it's on TLC.
It's on Hulu.
Sex Sent Me to the ER.
Okay, so on that note, I used to have a guy that worked for us that was for EMT, and
Yes.
he would tell me these crazy stories about that's the reason why they were in
Oh,
the
yeah.
ER, right? Sex
Oh, yeah.
sent them to the ER, right? So what's the stupid thing that keeps your boner hard forever? The pill?
Viagra.
Right. So they...
I was just like Carmen Electra, but there you go.
the stupid thing.
I didn't know she comes in a pill form. Can you take that twice daily as needed?
I do my best.
So after 4 hours or whatever it is, right? That you have to call the doctor and everything. They just
4 hours.
It's like $45,000 to visit the ER at any point in time, right? And all they do is stick your dick in a bag of ice, and they're like, just sit there until it goes down. I could have done that at home, it's. Why? So he would tell me all these stories, things that vibrate, that got stuck in people's orifice that should not be in there, and they couldn't get it. They lost it and couldn't get it out, so they're sitting in the emergency room going, it is not turning off.
You have to watch the show now, apparently.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
I have a file at home called Armageddon. Remind to bring it in next week.
I will.
Yeah, you'll like that.
Who's Armageddon?
I'll bring it in for you next week as well.
Okay.
But you won't put it
Well,
on
you
the
said you were going to email me too, and you never did.
Did I? I'm
No.
sorry.
That's okay.
I profoundly apologise.
You were looking for steak on a corporate lunch.
Always.
And you didn't get it, obviously, so you're still
Always.
looking.
I'm always looking for steak on a corporate lunch. I don't care where it comes from.
What else do you have in there? What do you call them? Newbies, nutties.
Oh, we haven't got any numpties this week. That was our numpty.
Numpty
But we
corner.
have got something that came up earlier this week. Zebra news, or zebra news. Zebra, whatever it is. So we were... I don't know, how did it come up with zebra news? I don't know how...
Jamie had a random interesting fact to share with us.
I have a second interesting fact about zebras.
What is that?
Well, the first interesting fact that Jamie imparted to us is that a zebra is the only animal in the zoo that can't be trained.
Right. Which I said, really? You can't? We named every single animal in the zoo. Apparently you can train hippos and tigers and monkeys and, everything else that we named. And none of us named a zebra.
No, apparently. So do you know why a zebra is black and white?
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
I am.
Okay.
Because when the sun hits the zebra, the heat rises off the white bits and sinks on the black bits, thus creating airflow over the zebra, keeping it cool.
That's interesting.
There you go.
So it's a built-in thermostat.
It is. It's a built-in fan. It moves air.
I need the More You Know PBS special.
And then it gets shot. Wham!
I'm going to train a zebra now just to prove I can.
Wait, and what is this interesting statement from Al Gore?
Oh, Al Gore. Would you like to read that?
Sure.
Go for it.
Well, this is along the lines of George Bush, too.
Yes. I had one from George Bush somewhere as well. I'll find that.
Okay, so the zebra one, let's do the Al Gore zebra one. A zebra does not change its spots. That's an intelligent politician for you there. He created the internet, too. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've got some other quotes. Not about zebras, but they were just entertained me because they were on the same website. You pay me to do this. It's so much fun. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Nancy Pelosi. Every month that we do not have an economic recovery package, 500 million Americans lose their jobs.
What?
How many Americans
That's a lot of people.
I know. It's like every month. That means there's 6 billion Americans, apparently.
A lot of people. 500 million people lose their
jobs.
Going on with jobs, Joe Biden. The number one job facing the middle class, as it happens to be, as Barack says, a 3-letter word, jobs. Jobs. Barack Obama. I've now been to 57 states. I think I've got one left to go.
On that note, I think we need to wrap this up.
Wait. Yeah. So my most favorite George Bush one is the fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, well, you just don't do that.
I'll have to do my GW impression for you sometime.
Please do.
I'll do my dog impression. I love my dog.
Oh my God. Please. It makes me want to throw up a little.
At
listening
the end,
to that. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I'll work on it for next week. I'll come up with another impression for next week.
All right, fabulous.
You do yours, and then I'll do my GW for you off here, and you decide if you want me to do it on the next show.
And I'll bring my Armageddon file in as well.
Okay.
So next week, Paul Babu will be here. Hopefully, I won't mess about too much.
Did he just say his name right?
He did.
Did I?
Congratulations! Look at you.
Play that more. I like that.
Well, you only have two options.
Yeah.
You have that one, or you have the one that Carol Ann can tell me to play at any time.
That's reserved for Pinal County.
Pinal County.
Pinal.
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 Pinal. It sounds wrong when I say it. I'm going to get in trouble. Anyway.
Tune in next episode where Paul gets hooked on phonics.
I think that's rude, so I shall act as if it is.
That belongs on a T-shirt.
Thank you for listening to us enjoy ourselves for an hour. It's I'm going home to take my life. Oh, I'm driving, so I'm not taking my life in my hands. Fantastic. I'll see you in a while, Grace, wherever you are. Well, I know where you are. Well, I think I know where you are.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, Paul, for your amazing effort for the show today. Josh, wonderful as usual. Thank you.
Pleasure as
Thank
always.
you to our guests, Sandy and Tom.
Yep.
And it was great having you on the show today. We look forward to seeing you and hope to see you guys, everybody listening and everyone else, at the range soon.
See you all next week.
Thanks for listening to Caswells Shooting Show. For more info, just go to Caswells Radio Show on the DoubleWideNetwork.com. Listen live worldwide every Friday at 4 p.m. and then on demand 24/7 as we shoot to thrill with Paula Bella and Carol Ann Bergeson.